maybe you should look up a map. Mais je ne sais pas qu'est-ce que je peux te dire.
Quiet on the set. Let's get ready to go.
Oh.
Ms. Armani?
Yeah. Just 1 second. Excuse me, I can't talk to you right now. I'm on the set, and they're ready to shoot. If I don't shut up, they'll shoot me. Bye. Right with you. Sorry about that. Okay. We shall travel together to distant lands and shores. I will play many characters for you as best I can. Endowed with a host of natural physical attributes that are mine alone.
Is all that in the script? What page are you on?
Oh, sorry, I
can't find it.
I sidetracked.
Let's just stay on track, shall we?
Okay. Sorry. Where was I? Well, I'm sorry I can't continue because there's someone here who I wasn't expecting to see, and his presence is completely throwing me off. Well, he's right there behind camera 1. Can I have another?
Ms. Armani, please.
Okay. Am I idealizing him too much? Yes, no? But certainly. Well, you men, you are so oblivious of our smallest needs. The excruciating desire to belong somewhere must be a curable disease, I said to myself one day, and set out to find the cure. And at first, unconsciously, but later on even on purpose, I looked for that cure in others, other people, other men. Yes, mostly men. My first man, oh, shall we call him Adam? The rest can follow alphabetically. Adam.
Guarda che luna, guarda che mare.
When we danced close, I kept wondering what he might be carrying in his pocket. On that occasion, I had felt something very warm and pleasant, which I couldn't quite enjoy because of those cumbersome keys. The key. I was born in Giza by the Sphinx, right between her paws. Well, almost. According to my paternal grandmother, when I made my grand entrance into this world, all that was visible of me were 2 big brown eyes and a huge mouth open, vocalizing. My first words were to follow 11 months later. I loved the world of make-believe. I would dress up in my mother's clothes and I would make up little stories that I would act out. I would play with imaginary siblings and companions until my brother arrived when I was 4. I would make up little stories that I would act out for the grown-ups. I had a happy childhood amidst an extended family that stayed closely knit together thanks to my grandmother's relentless efforts. She prepared homemade liqueurs of pear, apricot, cherry. There was also a bottle of orange blossom water in there. She mixed a few drops in a glass of water and gave it to us to drink just before bedtime. On winter evenings, when darkness fell early, we would cozy up with my grandmother on one of the 2 facing couches in our living room. She would hold me tight, stroke my hair with a lot of love. My grandfather decided to get married and settle down. He said goodbye to his mistress and launched a huge wife hunt, asking around and making archigdes visits. Well, that's girl viewing visits. Has anyone here ever been to a girl viewing? The conversation is usually limited to such safe topics as the weather. And then she asks the guest if he would like some coffee. Of course, he can't refuse or ask for something else because the central part of the audition for the young lady is in the preparation and especially the presentation of that coffee. Now, this is the ideal moment for the young man to look at her and weigh the merchandise. He measures, visually of course, the top and bottom parts of her body. I never saw my grandmother cry, except once, for the baby she had lost. Anger and indignation submerged her. But when she saw me, her face lit up with a smile, her big blue eyes softened, and she slowly came back to the present. At the end of the season, the song was slightly different. So long, pear tree. We'll see you again next year. Be good to us and give us lots of fruit. When they sang those songs in autumn of 1914, it was goodbye. Forever. They were deported. She was deported like millions of their compatriots. The march in the desert, the starvation, the selling of goods, then bodies, the rapes, the massacres, and other forms of man's inhumanity to man finally come to an end with their arrival in Aleppo train station. A euphoric embrace was followed by her faint voice telling him of Bahram's death, their firstborn baby of one. Not to worry, he had said to her. Now that they had been reunited by fate, they were going to make new babies. Indeed they did. Their union was blessed again with a baby boy. They named him after the first one. Then there was my mother, Armine, followed by my aunt, Arpine. Soon the Holy Family, father, mother, and 3 children, settled in Egypt. Thank you for letting me go on with this. Without it, I wouldn't have existed. We wouldn't have been here. This wouldn't have existed. And I thought all this was not important. I wanted to get rid of all this by forgetting it. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Let me see, where was I? Now, where was I? Yes, Egypt. My parents met in Egypt. Nasser's revolution was only 2 years old. It was just beginning to speak. At 4, it formed its first sentences and nationalized the Suez Canal. Nasser, in turn, proceeded with further nationalizations and finally turned eastward for support. That's when I was born. Egypt in the 60s and 70s was characterized by the mass exodus of all minorities. For some, it was a choice in order to secure a better future for their children. Others had no choice while they stood there in front of the nationalization of their factories, of their businesses. The movement attained epidemic proportions, and it was highly contagious. America! America! What have you given me in exchange of my cultural luggage? Balls. Yes, I didn't have any. My cultural luggage didn't allow me. They had to grow from scratch. Somewhere over the rainbow, way out high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. My years in America were a wild rainbow chase. I was told that my rainbow started in New York and it stretched west to Hollywood. I went away with so many unanswered questions. the answers to those questions might have been in those unwritten letters. Why did you never write? I wanted to go away from there with something live. 3, 4, 5 little flowers with their heads sticking out from a flower pot. Then a thought crossed my mind. If, I said, the flowers survived the journey, then it would be a sign that we were to meet again. Well, guess what? The flowers were doing quite well, considering. And a few more days, then I noticed there was only one left. I nurtured it, took good care of it. But on the morning of my return home, it died. I buried it with my memories. Fine. Let's go home. Where is my home? Where is my spirit?
Okay, Ms. Armani. Now that you've told us your story, can we get on with the script? You can use all this material for character development, you know. But please, please try sticking to the script, okay?
Okay, okay.
Action!